You sit down to study your work, and within minutes, your phone pulls you in. You open one notification, then another, and suddenly 30 minutes are gone. You feel busy all day, but at the end of the day, nothing important is actually completed. Sound familiar? Well, here's the thing. You're not lazy. You're simply living in a world that constantly attacks your attention. Today, we are diving deep into something that affects every single one of us, the art of focus. And I'm going to share with you insights from Troye Beats' brilliant work on how to train your mind to concentrate like never before. Because here's what most people don't realize. Focus isn't some magical talent that only a few lucky people are born with. It's a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned, practiced, and mastered. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. The biggest reason for distraction today is an overstimulated brain. We constantly consume social media, short videos, notifications, fast entertainment. This trains the brain to crave instant dopamine. So when you try to do something difficult or boring, your brain immediately looks for an escape. It's like training a muscle to only lift light weights and then wondering why it struggles with heavy ones. But here's where it gets interesting. Distraction is actually a learned behavior. Think about it. Children can play with the same toy for hours, completely absorbed. What happened to that natural ability? We trained it out of ourselves. The good news, if it's learned, it can be unlearned. Now let me bust a myth that's probably costing you hours every day. Multitasking is an illusion. What we actually do is task switching. Your brain rapidly jumps between tasks and each switch costs mental energy. Studies show that this constant switching can temporarily reduce cognitive performance. It's like trying to watch 3 movies at once and expecting to understand any of them properly. Here's a powerful way to think about it. Attention is currency. In today's economy, whoever controls attention controls everything. Social media companies, advertisers, content creators, they're all fighting for your attention because they know its value. If you don't control your attention, someone else will. Learning to focus isn't just about productivity, it's about taking control of your life. So how do we actually build this skill? First, understand that environment beats willpower. You can have all the motivation in the world, but if your phone is buzzing every 5 minutes, you're fighting an uphill battle. Design your space for focus. Remove distractions before you need to resist them. It's like trying to diet while keeping ice cream in the freezer. Possible, but unnecessarily difficult. Here's a simple technique that works wonders. The 10-minute rule. When you're avoiding a task, commit to just 10 minutes, not an hour, not even 30 minutes, just 10. The secret of focus lies in starting, not forcing. Once you begin, momentum naturally builds. Your brain's resistance weakens, and often you'll find yourself continuing well beyond those initial 10 minutes. Now, here's something that might surprise you. Boredom is not the enemy of focus. It is the training ground. We've become so afraid of boredom that we immediately reach for our phones the moment our minds aren't occupied. But boredom is where your brain learns to be comfortable with itself. It's where creativity emerges and where focus strengthens. When you do sit down for focused work, think in blocks, 30 to 90 minutes of deep work followed by a proper break. During these sessions, practice what I call conscious observation. When distracting thoughts arise, and they will, don't fight them. Trying to control thoughts creates resistance. Observing them creates clarity. Notice the thought, acknowledge it, and gently return to your task. Energy management is just as important as time management. Your brain has peak hours when focus comes more naturally. For most people, this is in the morning, but pay attention to your own patterns. Schedule your most important work during these golden hours. Use your low energy times for routine tasks that don't require deep concentration. Here's what happens when you start implementing these principles. You naturally become calmer, more productive, and mentally stronger. Your work improves because you're giving it your full attention. Your relationships improve because you are present. Your stress decreases because you're not constantly scattered across multiple tasks. Focus is not a hack, it is a way of living. When you reduce distractions, practice single tasking, and learn to tolerate boredom, you're not just becoming more productive, you're reclaiming your mental freedom. You're choosing what deserves your attention instead of letting external forces decide for you. The path forward is clear. Start small, be consistent, and remember that every moment of focused attention is a victory. Your future self, calmer, more accomplished, and truly in control, is waiting for you to take that first step. The question isn't whether you can develop laser-sharp focus. The question is, are you ready to begin?